are we seeing now, Craig, it not being a top 3 title race, but a top 2 title race? Is it a 2-horse race? No,
I think it's a 3-horse race. I don't think there's a doubt about that. But Chelsea have hit a rough patch, and they need to figure it out. And that's why Tuchel was brought to the club. This time last year, around the same time, they started to struggle, and Lampard lost his job. Not for 1 minute suggesting that's going to happen, but he has to figure out, when players are not available, like Lukaku and Kovacic and Kante, how he's going to strike the balance right to get this Chelsea team, who are dominating a lot of games, but not killing teams off. We saw City in their victory against a hapless Leeds, it has to be said, but scoring 7 goals. They were ruthless. And Chelsea have to figure out how to be ruthless and how to be clinical. Otherwise, they're going to have to figure out how to start keeping clean sheets again. Because if they're going to be winning games by the odd goal and only scoring the odd goal, they're going to have to defend properly again, and they're not doing that. So one thing is going to have to lead into the other, but I don't think, to be honest with you, I still think this is 3 horses going at it.
On this form, it's a 2-horse race. Given what we've seen from Liverpool and City, given what we see from Chelsea right now. The thing is, everybody knows during the course of a season, you cannot play well for 38 weeks. You always endure that little patch where things just don't go well. And it's how you keep yourself in touch with the pack, how you keep picking up those ugly points that determine where you ultimately finish. Right now, Chelsea are in the middle of theirs. I'm not sure that we've seen Liverpool or City have their patch, but it's coming. And that will determine where this title ends up at the end of the season.
Better to get it out the way now then, if you're Chelsea, this dip?
It's never good to be in it. You just kind of know it's coming and hope it and pray that it never does.
Well, what we do know is, before we go to the boys, what we do know is that you're going to have to manage your squad even better coming up, because if games are not, and we have seen games cancelled, there will be more games cancelled. If there's no postponement to the season and there's no sign yet there's going to be a cessation to the games, then you're going to be missing players probably with COVID. Chelsea were missing 4. Other teams have had to cancel some, So you're going to have to manage this scenario. If the Premier League don't say there's going to, and they haven't yet, there's going to be a break for everybody, you're going to have to manage your squad. And who manages that the best is going to probably come out on top at the end of the season.
Frank's been so patient with his hand up because he wanted to get in on this one. Thank you for waiting, Frank.
Yeah.
What was it you'd like to say?
Yeah, thank you, teacher. Well, I think I just wanted to say that we're going to know very soon if it's a 2-horse race or a 3-horse race, because Chelsea is going to play Liverpool at the beginning of the next year, January 2nd, and then play away from home against Manchester City the 15th. So we're going to know very, very soon. But we have to be realistic right now. The way they play, comparing to especially Manchester City, because I think Liverpool is struggling as well, there is no way that they can cope with Manchester City right now. So they have to change something. They have to have those men, the fit guys, coming back very, very soon. And they have to find solutions. Otherwise, they're going to be in a no man's land, I think. They're much better than West Ham, Manchester United, but I think they're not as good as Liverpool and Manchester City. So they're going to be on their own, finish 3rd.
Don, 2 or 3 horses in the race?
You've got to say, when a team's only 4 behind Man City, they're still in the race for sure. Just as current form stands, they're just dropping the odd point here and there, which in the Premier League is crucial. We've seen that over the years. And the thing with Liverpool and Man City, Kay, is when they're playing badly, Liverpool actually haven't played well in the last 2 games. They've got maximum points. That's the difference. You just feel as though when you're watching Chelsea, and if they're not at it, like a team like Everton can rock up tonight with loads of youngsters and take points off them. So I would sit here now and say it's a 3-horse race, but Chelsea have to be very careful.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.